Morning. Welcome back. My name is Eric, and this week we're comparing Bolt and Replit, two new vibe coding tools. We're going to use the same prompt, the Chato T prompt that I've used with the other tools. Let's jump right into it. Here we are in Replit. This took me about 10 minutes. I made a couple of modifications, and let's see it open it in a new tab. You can see that it has some animate in. It has some really familiar patterns here. It's got a really similar Japanese character for the logo. It has these circle motifs that I've seen on a number of the tools that I've tested. This layout is looking pretty similar to Mocha app and Lovable, but it's all really nicely done. I added the pictures manually but through a couple of other prompts. Let's see if it's responsive. Sure enough, it is. So far, Replit, I am really impressed. One of the best looking sites. Changes. Yeah, here are all the files. And I can see the live code right here. Looks like well structured, well formatted, semantic HTML. Deployments, and back into preview. So far, very impressive Replit. What happens when we go into Bolt and we copy and paste back to our prompt, a responsive website for e-commerce brand Chato, back into Bolt. And we're back, and that was fast. That was like less than 2 minutes. Let's see if we can modify this a little bit. Let me add an image. This is what I've been doing every time. Upload files, T number 5, the vertical one. That was pretty quick, and looks like it's got some animation again. The Journey of Chato, Choose Your Path, Artisan Delivery, Guided Experience, Daily Ritual. Copywriting's pretty good. Icons are pretty nice. Buttons are elegant. Curated for the discerning palette, premium green tea. Let's try adding another image. Figured it out. Pretty good. And here's what's really interesting. Here are the testimonial cards. I could put in product photos if I want, but there's Emma Thompson again for the third time in the third tool that I've used. Is it a really small data set that they're picking from? And Emma Thompson, the great British actress from the 90s and 2000s, I assume. I have no idea why that's happening. If you know why, leave a comment down below. The Journey to Inner Peace. Oh, so this is kind of messed up here. Maybe because it's small. Let's try adding one more picture. Pretty good. And let's see if we can inspector responsive mode. Wow, that's a nice touch. And open preview in a separate tab. Sure, whatever you say. There it is. Chato, how it works, reviews, begin your journey. Nice hover states. Buttons are a little vague here. Start your journey with animation. Watch the experience. I could add a video. Free shipping, cancel anytime, app included. The Journey of Chato. Well, this would certainly take me hours just to make a mock-up, let alone code it. Curated for the discerning palette. Nice drop shadows, nice overlay. Voices of transformation. Join thousands who have discovered blah, blah, blah. Okay, so one error here in terms of the Z index. I can live with that. We could probably fix that in code view. Or really, is it really essential? And how it works. Now let's compare that to Replit, where we have this open in another tab. And maybe we should see it's a little funky with that blur on the header, but curated selection, guided ceremony, animates in, voices from the way, Emma Thompson, begin your journey into mindful living, and the footer. And just for comparison, can we go back and look at our... So here's what we did in Mocha last week. Doesn't look quite as polished, but there's Emma Thompson again, 3 times. And let's just, for comparison, look at Lovable, not quite as interesting. So far I'm thinking that Replit is the best and Bolt is the second best. Where was Bolt in the live preview? So Bolt and Replit. Which one do you think is the best? Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Eric, and I'll see you in the next one.